Hello, good morning, or wait a minute, good evening. Yeah, good evening. I'm gonna do declaration today. Head Deacon Arshante, can you put the declaration up? I want to show you my declaration. I'm gonna show you how I got there. Okay. Declaration is I will forgive others the same way God has forgiven me. So I was reading the Word and and I kind of have this thought that I don't read the word; I let the word read me. So I was reading, and it was about forgiveness. And okay, so I was you know the story about me and Nancy. We had some struggles. I messed up, and so I was I was uh, I was in a sense being patient with her. I was being just not combative, not argumentative, and that was a default on my end. It's that's my nature. I'm very calm, very cool, collected, and so I fell back to that nature. It wasn't God's spirit led. So it seemed like I was, and it seemed like to Nancy that I was just being nice to her. I was just being patient with her until um, I read this verse. Let's go ahead and go to Colossians. Or actually, I'm sorry. Let's go to redemption. What was that second one? Ephesians. Yeah, yeah. Let's go to Ephesians. So I was reading this verse because of the sacrifice of the Messiah. His blood poured out on the altar of the cross, where free people were a free people, free of penalties and punishment, chalked up by all of our misdeeds, and not just barely free either, abundantly free. He thought he thought of everything, provided everything we could possibly need, letting us into and onto the plans that he took. So I was basically reading, you know, I wasn't being forgiven. I wasn't being patient the way God was being patient with me. You know, I had a long history of drug abuse and just nonsense, and throughout my life, I was, asking God to forgive me. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. And and God's been faithful. God's been tenderly, lovingly towards me. Uh, in And so I thought about the way I treated Nancy, and I was like, I was patient with her. I was understanding, but I wasn't patient and understanding the way God was patient and understanding with me. There's a big difference. Um, and I saw that in the light, and in it, and I was like, wow, Lord, I wasn't patient the way you were patient with me. That spirit that was behind, that's God, that was patient and loving towards me, the one that drew me to him, that spirit. I wasn't doing that to Nancy. And so, right away I was like, man, Nancy, I'm sorry. I wasn't treating you the way God treated me. I was just treating you by default of my nature. I'm patient, and I fell back on that. I didn't fall back on God's love towards me, and so I with God's love toward me, so I, in return, do it to other people, or not just other people, but my family and other people, everybody. Let's go to any of the other verses, Colossians. So put on, therefore, as the elect of Christ, of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, and long suffering, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye. And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectionness. So, so this is not just a one-time thing. I'm gonna show Nancy. This is a continual thing that I have to do. And when I do get frustrated, when I do fall back on just everyday things and maybe arguments or fighting, I take a step back and I look to God what He's done for me, and then out of that I can love on and forgive and act the way God wants me to act. So when we turn to God and receive forgiveness from Him, our lives and understanding of life also begins to change. As we are further transformed by the renewing of our minds through His words, we begin to understand His grace more fully. Another thing about forgiveness and receiving God's forgiveness and understanding what God's done for me is grace. How we forgive others is the backbone of it. The strength of it is grace. It's something undeserved. It's something not paid for. It's been given. We give it freely because God's given it freely and gracefully to us. And so let's stand up and let's declare. Let's declare that I will forgive others the same way God has forgiven me. On three. 1, 2, 3. I will forgive others the same way God has forgiven me. I will forgive others the same way God has forgiven me. I will forgive the way God has forgiven me.